Around 3 years ago, I started doing 100K challenges. And the reason why I did 100K challenge, because everybody said, Eric, so you've closed $1 million deals. So if we join your programs, does that mean we're all going to close $1 million deals? And at that moment, I didn't know what to say, because, I mean, I would like to say yes, but actually, honestly, no. Why? Is because, well, first of all, I know from training a lot of people now that it's not actually the strategies that stop people from making the $1 million. I can teach you how I pitched a $1 million deal. But whether you're going to go out and use it is another thing, right? Whether you're going to do it, and by the way, the $1 million deal that was pitched was not one-time pitch. Was after rejection after rejection after rejection, then finally hit jackpot and was like, oh, finally. But people can't deal with that stuff usually. And so I can't guarantee that. I can only guarantee the strategies work, but I can't guarantee what you're going to do with it outside of this room. So I said, no. I said, I can't really guarantee you join my program, you're all going to be millionaires. And he says, so what do we get then? What guarantee? Well, I said, you don't get any guarantee. You don't get guarantee of life. Like, you can't even guarantee your life right now. Well, how can I give you a guarantee? And then he said, okay, so what is likely? And I said, 3 years ago, I decided I'm going to do a 100K challenge. And the reason I did a 100K challenge is because I found that actually through 100K is a very simple process for me, right? Would you like to know my very simple process to make 100K? Yes. Okay, so the secret behind it is down to this thing here. Right. Actually, I don't want to share the secret yet. Okay, so I want to share with you something. Right. 2 years ago, there was this girl. She came onto one of our programs. She said to me, Eric, I need to make 30K, and I need to make 30K fast. I said, why? She said, there's this program thing I want to do out in the US. But it's happening, and I need to submit by next month. I need to be a part of this. And I said, okay. I said, so what's your plan? She said, well, I don't have a plan. That's why I came to you. I said, okay. I said, if you did not come to me, I just want an idea of what you're thinking right now before I can. I can't just say, hey, go out there, speak, and sell courses, because I need to know what you do, what your background is. So she's a singer. And she currently does, at that moment, she did singing lessons. And she said, well, I do singing lessons right now, but she said, I don't like the 100 or 200 pounds like sessions and stuff like that. She says, it's going to 30K a month. She says, I can't do it. And I said, so what ideas did you have? She said, well, I actually started designing some calendars, handmade calendars. Imagine this for a second. And so she was making a handmade calendar. She said, do you like it? I said, looks pretty cool. She says, yeah, a lot of people give really good feedback. And she said, so I'm thinking of making more of these and selling these. I said, you're thinking of selling calendars for the next 30 days to make 30K. I said, what is your plan? Okay, not that it's not possible. What is your plan to sell these calendars to make this 30K? And then she said to me, she said, well, I don't know. Just sell as many as I can. He says, but Eric, aside from that, I've got T-shirts as well, printed T-shirts. They got really cool, like positive messages on it, and people really like that stuff. I'm saying, okay. I said, how much are you selling a T-shirt for? She said, 20 pounds. I said, okay. How much is cost price for your T-shirt to be made? I don't know. I said, maybe you ought to know. I said, let's just give an example here. I said, let's say cost price printed is 10 pounds. You make 10 pounds per T-shirt. I said, how many T-shirts do you need to sell to make 30K? She said, I don't know, Eric. I'm not very good at math. I said, well, neither am I. We're both stuck now. Going around, and I looked at it. I said, okay, so that's cool. £10 a T-shirt is good profit margin. I said, that's cool. But the real question is, how are you going to make it visible and how are you going to get it out there? And she said to me, she said, I really don't know, Eric. I said, no. I said, look, quit the T-shirt thing. Quit the calendar idea. First of all, understand this. Calendar idea, handmade product, big problem. It doesn't matter how much your profit margin is within a calendar, You can't, even if you get like 1,000 orders, you can't fulfill. So no go. And then I said to her, I said, okay, let's look at it like this. And do you want to know the word? Some of you got a sneak peek, okay? So this is exactly how I run the 100K for people when I coach people on this. You know, I just want to put it into, context for you right now. Up till last year, I was doing, by the way, do we have any coaches or speakers in the room? Coaches or speakers? Okay, cool, nice, yeah, good start. So we got a good start here. Now, through this coaching industry, till last year, about 2 years ago, I changed my mentorship pricing, and I was still doing mentorship at that time. So the mentorship pricing I was delivering was at $120,000 US. This was last year, yeah. And now I've stopped this $120,000 US mentorship. Do you know why? Like, how many of you think it's quite cool to, like, what I do at a mentorship like that is I give my number away. You get to ask me questions whenever you want. Okay. Now, how many of you would give your number away to allow people to ask you questions for $120,000? How many of you would do that? 1 year, 1 year, one whole year. You can put up with that. You would do it. Guys, you need to up your standard. Why I stopped is very simple, right? When a person gets my number and they call me up every single day or every few days and say, Eric, can you do this? Eric, how does this work? Eric, how does, Eric, with my attention and my energy on that, think about it for a second. I'll show you some things in a moment, some stats. But in just even our online funnel, one online funnel we built 18 months ago has pulled us in around 800, 900,000 pounds in the last 18 months. Now think about it this way. When my attention is on my business, one funnel can make me 800, 900,000 pounds. You want me to divert my focus and put my focus on helping you grow your business for 120,000. It doesn't make any sense to me anymore. Does that make sense? And so that's why at that point I said, actually, this doesn't make sense. At first I thought 120K, give my numbers away. I was giving, like last year, I was giving like 13, 14, 15 of these numbers away. And then I was like, no, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm dealing with other people's problems. I have enough challenges myself, in business. So then I thought, stop that, and I focused back on my own business, and then our own businesses all started to grow again. I was like, that's the reason. But I want to put this into context because people say, and those of you who are coaches out there, just some word of advice, okay? This fee here is not that Eric Ho can charge this fee. Every single one of you in this room can charge this fee. And you're probably thinking, how? Who's going to pay me 120? How many of you were actually at the business show this weekend? You came from the business show, right? At the business show, I was talking about positioning. I was talking about pricing. I think it was with you, sir, right? JP, right? And we're talking about positioning and pricing. I said that if you put yourself out there as a coach and you are the £25 an hour coach, because in your mind you think, I'm just starting out, so I can't charge that much. If you shift that how easy do you think it is to be a £25 coach and shift to a £100 coach? No, but if you did £25 coaching for, let's say, a year to get started, and then suddenly you said it's £100 now, people are like, what? Why? Why? You're the £25 coach. Imagine this for a second. Imagine Prada. Imagine Prada bags being £25 bags right now. Next year, they said it's £5,000 a bag. You're not going to be like, oh, that's cool. They've upped their price. You're going to be like, I don't get it. You're the £25 bag. Does this make sense? That's why in business, it's always product, then second is positioning. And I want you to understand one thing. Repeat after me. Positioning happens instantly. The moment you set that benchmark, you become that. Simple principle. This is exactly the same thing I did with Sia Howard. Sia Howard was making beautiful dresses. She wanted to enter the couture fashion market, £200 a dress. I said, couture fashion, you're looking at 3, 4, 5K, 10K dresses. I said, we will not be able to up our price if we put £200 to Sia Howard name. So I decided, I said, and then she said, but how do we change it? We're just starting out though. I said, it's not about just starting out. Right now, the positioning needs to be there. Right? And how do you positioning? How do you do the positioning? Would you like to know? Yes. I'll teach you tomorrow, yeah. Loads of different ways to do the positioning. When you position yourself that way, then people are like, okay, they're fighting for it. They want that thing. And so I want you to understand something. Those of you coaches or speakers or open to the idea of being coaches and speakers, right? Don't be that $20, $100 coach, right? You can position yourself to be this one. Now, when I was teaching other people to do this, we had another person part of our inner circle. Her name's Tara. Liam was at his. Everybody say hi, Liam. Hi. That's our Irish one in the team. Every team needs an Irish one, just to let you know. Yeah, it really helps. Yes. So he was helping one of our other inner circle members their event recently. And bear in mind, let's say rewind a few years ago, Tara was selling probably, I don't know, £200 courses and stuff like that. This time she's selling, was it? How much? 4K. So £200, bear in mind, 2-3 years ago or something, before she did this whole thing. And I said, no, position, price. And then she closed quite a few deals, right? Irish. She closed quite a few deals. Yeah? Yeah. So like, what, 5 to 10 deals at 4K each. It's not bad for a weekend event. What do you think? It's okay, right? And so what changed? Nothing. Pricing, positioning, that's what changed. Makes sense? Yes. So that's when people say, Eric, they said, 120K US dollars, I know you're not offering mentorship, but why on earth would I invest that? Because you invest that, I teach you how to make that in a weekend. Is that good enough for you? Is that cool? Yes. Right? So how do we reverse engineer? So when I worked with this girl with her calendars, I said, scrap it. T-shirts, I said, scrap it. I said, we reverse engineer. Instead of saying, I really need, this is how most people are when they get into I need money mindset. It's kind of, I really need money right now. I don't know what to do. I'm going to sell this. I'll sell this. I'll sell this. I'll sell. They just like, I just try to sell everything I can sell, but they have no idea of how many things they need to sell and how much the time is and how many people they need to reach out to. Nothing's calculated. But you can calculate these things. It's very simple. I said, okay, you need to make 30K. Very, very simple. I say, we take 30K, I reverse engineer this stuff. It's 3 times 10K. It's what? 6 times 5K. It's what? What else? You guys are not so good at math here. We got a problem. I'm not good. You're not good. What we're going to do? Yeah. 10 times 3K. What else have we got? Hey? 30 times 1K. Yeah. What else have we got? 60 times 500. Give me more extreme down this line. What else?
3,000 times 20.
Okay, nice. 3,000 times 20.
Sorry.
If you have a business, sir, get somebody else to manage your finances. I get, you got all this side of the spectrum. Now, whenever I reverse engineer and I say, hey, we want to make this target fast, I always either go this end of the spectrum or that end of the spectrum. They're your easiest points. The average is hard to sell. Okay? So what does this mean? I would always look at something like this. 3,000 times £10. What does that mean? Okay, just to put it into a bit of perspective for you. If I know that my product can be mass produced and mass delivered, then I could also look at this mark, the super low ticket. Do not underestimate the super low ticket. Tell the person next to you, do not underestimate the super low ticket. I have a friend, he sells $1 books. He's a multi-millionaire. $1 books. It's because it's something you see online. It's so committable. It's kind of like, why not? Give it a shot. Transact. All you need is 1 million people to say that, then you're done. Now, this £10 mark is something similar to that. In fact, in internet marketing, there is a sweet spot. So online, there is a sweet spot. All the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure earners know the sweet spot. Would you like to know what the pricing is of the sweet spot? Yes. I'm not sure you want to know. Yes. $19. $19 is the sweet spot, meaning that they've never heard of you before, you haven't got any positioning, you haven't really got a brand out there, but $19, why not give it a shot, right? The psychology behind it is people are okay with that amount. So this mark works for us. Now, if I know, for example, on Facebook, I've got around 490,000 following or something, I know hitting a 3,000 at £10 is not going to be it's not going to be too hard for me. Does that make sense? Because I've got the traffic. So if you know you've got the traffic, it's not going to be so hard. So for example, on YouTube as well, has anybody came from YouTube, by the way, from the YouTube channel? The lead? One, yes? The last 3 months only, I've been doing YouTube. 3 months, I've actively been doing YouTube. The channel over the past 4 days has growing about 4 times the subscribers and 4 times the amount of views. So even till 2 weeks ago, I was getting around 100 to 500 views on my videos. Till the last 4 or 5 days, every single day has been around 1, 2, 3K views per day. So it's scaling up. Now, if I know I get 3K views per video, and I'm doing it daily, these marks I know I can hit as well. Does that make sense? So if you know you've got the traffic, you can aim for this one. So there's 2 things we're looking at here. You know you got the traffic, you know that you can deliver on that quantity, then you can go this mark. Otherwise, I would go this mark. I would go this side of the spectrum. Right? Think about it for a second. Needing to sell so many t-shirts, you need to close a lot of deals to be able to make that 30K. But if you think about it this way, you only need to close 3 people over the next 1 month. You need to close 3 deals. You close 3 deals, you got the 30K in. And I said to her, I looked at this and I said, okay, let's not reinvent anything. Let's not create anything new. I said, what product do you currently have? Like, what is it you do? The singing lessons. Tell me, how does it work? She said, I usually do 50 to 100 pound a session. And it's usually a 2-hour session. I said, okay, cool. That's pretty good, right? And I said, how many sessions do you do a week? She said, I do maybe 2, some 1, you know. Some people get 1, 2, some people get 2. I said, how many clients you got? She said, about 20 to 30 on and off. I said, okay, I got it. I know what you can do. And she said, so what do I do? I said, I'm going to pick this one for you. And I'm going to coach you to get this one. Not this one, sorry, this one. I'm going to coach you to get this one. 6 times 5K close. I said, that means from now till 30 days time, when you've got this deadline, you need to make 6 sales. Do you think you can make 6 sales? She said, well, yes, Eric, but, now here's the but. Right? Now I want you to understand this thing here. While we're in this word here, okay? This word. This weekend, okay? There are no buts, right? Turn to the person next to say, there are no buts. Right? This weekend, there are no buts. There are no buts. You know, a lot of the time, this is, you know, what I've seen, the most successful people out there, very simple mindset. Successful people out there, they always find a solution to every challenge out there. You know? That's the successful people out there, which is the minority. The majority of people in this world, they always find a but for every solution. But what if this doesn't work? But what if it doesn't work for me? But what if and the buts get in the way, right? Just but everything. And so I said, no but. I said, 6 times 5K. He said, no but. I said, no but. He says, okay, what is the 5K? I said, the 5K is something you already have. And she said, what do you mean? How do you do that? I said, well, very simple. Let's work out the math here, okay? You need this money instantly. You said you got 30 days. I said, you've got around, 30 clients or something so far that pay you anywhere from 50 to 100 pounds a week, 1 to 2 sessions. Let's say you get £100 per week on average, okay, per client right now. Okay, 1 month is how much? 400. Okay, 1 year is how much? Okay, you want me to say 10 months? Give it easy for you, huh? What have we got? 4,800. 4,800. Okay? So I said, okay, on your 1 a week sessions, 1 per week sessions, I said, this is usually what the thing is. I said, okay, so you got about 5K for the year. Your average client is paying you around 5K for the year. Got it so far? I said, okay, let's do this. Let's wrap up your package for you, your 5K package. Easy. This is so easy. This is, how do you not see this? I said, okay, let's do this. Let's do an accelerator program right now. Okay, you get 2 a week. 2 a week, total of that will be close to 10K per year. Right, how many of you think if you wanted the accelerator program, it was 10K per year, but you could get it at 50% off, that would be pretty cool. It's a no-brainer offer. But then she said, but Eric, but then I'm devaluing my program. I said, devaluing what? You want the 30K, yes or no? You want the 30K, you want it fast, create an irresistible offer, right? And so I said, there's 2 ways you can do it because there's 4,800 averaging a year. Then if you go to pitch to your average client, you say 5K for the year, it's not going to be that appealing because they spend that anyway. But if you say, I'm going to give you an accelerator program, I'm boosting the lessons, you could do 2 sessions. If it was me and I needed the money right now, I'll do 3 sessions a week. It don't matter, right? Because right now, I only need to do it for 6 people. Does this make sense? Alternatively, I give them 2 years. Or alternatively, I give them this, plus I give them some bonus, whatever bonus I have. Maybe I have a gig, I'll allow you to perform at my gig. Instant visibility. You can package up, you can stack these packages up, right? Repeat after me. It's never the lack of money. It's only ever the lack of creativity. Right? It's never the lack of money, only ever the lack of creativity. Right? Has this opened your mind up just a little bit here? So a lot of the time when it comes to, and that's why I say, when we do a 100K challenge, really straightforward for me. But I just look at 100K, okay, 10 times 10K. I've been franchising, I was doing franchising for around 4 or 5 years. Noodle bar, some of you may have heard of it, Yo-Yo Noodle. And so when we're doing franchising, we sell franchises for $15.95, 16K a pop. That's for the franchise fee. Now, 16K, I know that, hey, actually, any of your businesses, whatever your business is right now, right? I could just take it, we can package it up as a franchise, we sell it at 16Ks, you only need to close 7 closes, and you've made 100K. Does this make sense? That's why when you reverse engineer it, you see very clearly you only need to make a few sales here. So would it be valuable this weekend if I showed you actually how to close these deals? Yes. How to pitch for this investment, how to sell your products and services? Yeah? Okay, I'll share with you tomorrow. Yes. So we've got a very strict timeline. It's because we have a lot to cover this weekend. So I wanted to share our final thing before we actually get into the teaching is this 100K challenge we were running. And actually within the first quarter of running 100K challenge, I had 3 people hit their first 100K from scratch. New business, brand new business. One person didn't even know what product, what service to do. I said, okay, find something online and start selling it. Right? Within 3 months, first 100K pulling in. And when I seen that, I thought, this is really, really possible. People just need a little bit of guidance here and there, and they can all make it. And then what happened was, and I believe that everything happens in exactly the right time. Then what happened was a producer recently, I was invited to a show to be interviewed on a TV show. And the producer came up to me and said, Eric, I love your message, and I love what you stand for. And then he said, I want to create a show for you, a TV show. I said, what's this TV show you're talking about? And as it happens, and you will never, never be able to believe this. Even I was like, huh? What are you talking about? He said to me, he said, Eric, I want to create this show. I said, what's the show? He said, it's called the 100K Challenge. I said, I said, you've been to our events before? No? I said, I said, 100K challenge. I said, like, how does it work? He says, well, because you coach people right now, how about you coach people and we do a show, a TV show, live reality show. So people see every week the progress and everything, and we broadcast it, and it also helps everybody boost their profiles and everything, and gets it out to thousands of people out there. And then what happens is you need to hit 100K for all of them, right? And then what happens is we can have this like thing where throughout the show, a few weeks, and then people, like, if they don't make the 100K within a set amount of time, then they're out of the show, and then they strike down to the final person. The final person may be something like this. You can do it so that you can invest in the winner. And I said, that's really weird. He said, why? He said, because that's what I've been doing the last few years. And then he said, really? I said, yes. And I said, you have to come to our next show to see how we do it, because it sounds like the show is the same show, but you're wanting to put it onto TV, and we've been doing the show for the last three there's this thing, and I really believe in this, and by day 3, you'll start understanding what I say. I believe there are no coincidences in this world. Right? The word coincidence alone comes from the word coincide. Is the mathematical term of how shapes are meant to coincide, come together. And I don't believe there's coincidences in this world. And when he said this, I said, let's do this. Game time.